What are plant hormones? In this short animation, you will learn a little bit about the 9 main hormones in plants and some of their main functions. You are probably quite familiar with other types of hormones, such as human hormones, and their effects. For example, you may know someone with diabetes and the importance of insulin in controlling the level of sugar in our blood, or probably have experienced yourself an adrenaline rush when riding in a roller coaster. But what are these hormones and how do they work? Hormones are small chemical compounds produced in very tiny amounts by our own bodies and are capable of activating extremely powerful responses. For these chemicals to induce such powerful responses, they need to be not only produced, but also transported to different parts of the body and then detected by an extremely sensitive sensor or receptor. Well, plants also use small signaling molecules to control when to grow, drop the leaves, or make flowers. As in the case of the animal hormones, plant hormones also need to be produced, transported, and sensed in the plant body. Also, as in the case of animal hormones, each one of them controls different aspects of the plant life. There are 9 main plant hormones: auxins, ethylene, abscisic acid, cytokinin, gibberellins, salicylic acid, jasmonate, steroids, and strigolactones. Although each plant hormone can do different things depending where in the plant they are at or what other hormones are also present at a particular time, we can label each hormone with a stereotypic or best known function. Auxin, or indole-3 acetic acid if you want to be fancy, is the growth hormone. You could see it in action if you were to put a plant in a dark box and shed light through a small hole on the side. You could see after a couple of days that the plant has grown towards the side of the box with the hole. This bending is due to auxin accumulating in the shaded side of the plant, causing it to grow faster than the sunny side of the stem where the levels of auxin are lower. Ethylene is the ripening hormone. It is also very easy to see this hormone in action. Because ethylene is a gas, we can use fruit, such as a ripe banana, as the source of the hormone and see its effects in another plant that is nearby. For example, you could see how a tomato ripens much faster if it is put together with a ripe banana in a plastic bag than when it is put just by itself. Abscisic acid is the anti-transpirant hormone. This hormone tells the plant to stop transpiring, in other words, limit water evaporation from its leaves when the amount of water available is getting low. The way this hormone blocks transpiration is by closing the small pores called stomata present in the leaves of the plants by the hundreds. Cytokinin is the youth hormone. You have probably seen how the old leaves of a plant become yellow and eventually fall from the plant. If you were to add cytokinin to a leaf, it would stay young and green for much longer than untreated leaves of the same age. Gibberellins could be considered as the speed hormone as it accelerates many different developmental processes. For example, gibberellins will speed germination of seeds, induce flowering in young plants, or speed up growth of young leaves and stems. Salicylic acid is the defense hormone as it stimulates the plant's defenses against microbes that could damage or even kill the plant unless stopped by the plant immune system, of which salicylic acid is part of. Jasmonate is the bug repellent hormone. This hormone is produced when the plant is chewed by an insect, causing the plant to produce different types of chemicals that would make the plant less delicious or even toxic for the feasting insect. Steroids are the steroids of the plant hormones. This hormone is required for growth, and if we were to reduce their normal levels in a plant, this plant will remain very short with tiny leaves and small organs in general. Strigolactone is the branching hormone. This hormone keeps all the buds along the stem from sprouting at the same time. If we were to reduce the levels of this hormone, which we can actually do by manipulating the activity of genes we would have gotten a very branchy plant. As you can see now, plant hormones are extremely powerful regulators of many different characteristics of a plant. Of course, hormones are not as simple as we just described, and we need to know much more about these amazing chemicals to help plants produce better and more nutritious foods, and at the same time reduce the costs and environmental impacts of the agricultural industries.